When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Gary. Hey, Robin. Good morning. Marlene. Hello. Chezzy. Alan. Good to see everybody. Conwell. Janie. Renee. How is everybody? Marianne. Or should I just say Anne? Reblinks. Hey, Daniel. Wagner. Good morning. Good morning. Halfway there. That's right. Big Rob, we got to keep praying. Got to keep praying. It's not over yet. 51-49. Yep. Boycott Alaska. No, just get rid of Murkowski on election day. And, Manchin. Manchin voted for us so far. Sun is shining. Yes. Just finished watching the first vote. Yep, procedural vote. So we have until tomorrow, about 5 o'clock Eastern, to determine whether or not he's going to be, thank you, Teresa, blessings to you. Hey, Cully, whether he's going to be the Supreme Court Justice or not. Boycott the Dems, yeah. The thing of it is, as we have seen with this whole process, we are going to have to become more active. You're going to have to get out. You're going to have to do things that you didn't think of doing before. You're going to have to get out and convince people to vote Murkowski out. Maybe even Collins, who says, hey, Kim, that she's coming on at 3 o'clock to say something. I don't know what that is, but yeah, 51 is the same as 100. I don't know what she's going to say. I don't know if she's going to try to make it sound, give her reasons why she did it and why her conscience wouldn't let her convict somebody without any evidence, or if she's going to say, I might still change my mind tomorrow. Hey, Lori, I don't know. She would be a fool to change her vote, but we live in an age of fools these days and something, so I'm not sure. Let me quickly read to you Proverbs 7, and then we'll get going. My son, keep my words and treasure my commands within you. Keep my commands and live, and my law as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your nearest kin, that they may keep you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words. And that isn't, we're not talking about actual woman here. Figuratively speaking, we know who we're talking about. So anyway, this is, as you know, Open Option Friday. So we're going to talk about anything and everything that you want to talk about. So feel free to just chime in, ask questions, make comments, whatever you would like. Thank you for retweeting and inviting your followers in. I saw a scope last night, and this guy said he saw a tweet that witches are casting a spell. Oh, yeah, that was Ollie. Yeah, I'm sure they are. But guess what, Kim? Our God is stronger than any witches, so that's not going to matter. You only give it power when you believe in that stuff. Did they do the cloture thing? Yeah, they did the cloture thing, Lori. It was 51-49. They are advancing Kavanaugh on to tomorrow around 5 o'clock is when we should know. Our God is greater. That's right. It's sad that we can't depend on all Republicans. Yeah, Robin, it's absolutely sad. Absolutely, but we have to keep praying. Yes, we do. Because it's not over until it's over. And hey, Teresa. And we have as Christians, and as I put in the title, as saints, we need to keep praying. We need to keep praying for what is right and good in God's will. Good morning. I know a lot of people just think, that it's all over with. But you still have the people out there who are protesting. 302 people were arrested yesterday because they're cray-cray. I've never seen so many. It's all millennials, really, most of them, who are out there. A lot of them are white millennials saying it's the white man who keeps us down because they don't give a crap about us. We have to pray without ceasing. That's right, Jane. So I don't know if these white millennials looked at their skin and said, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm white. Sorry, phone went dead and had to find my pad. No problem. Cray cray for sure. Sad we can't depend on all Republicans when Dems can depend on all Dems." Well, Chesney, and that's been our downfall. That really has been our downfall. We don't stick together as Republicans. A lot of times we fight each other as Republicans, and if we disagree on one thing, we just say, "Okay, well, out you go." Protests are no longer just protests; they are becoming dangerous. Yes, Jay, and Robin said her whole family is praying. Hey, Alan, the reason that they're becoming so dangerous is they have a lot of money behind them. Democrats are having a scream at the sky really later today. Why not? Coley, when they're screaming at the sky, I'm not sure who they're screaming to, because a lot of those people who are out there, they don't believe in God. So, hey, Chicago Pops. Hey, Danielle. So will a vote be straw vote tomorrow and confirm Sunday? It will all happen tomorrow, Barbara. Buzzing so happy, nearly there. Yep, but don't stop praying. The Center for Popular Democracy that was established in 2012, that's who a lot of these people are out there that you're seeing. They raked in over $13 million and nearly $3 million in contributions in 2016. Cannot take much. I know, Barbara, it's ridiculous. The donors, such as the Ford Foundation, $2.5 million between 2015 and 2016. In 2017, the Ford Foundation gave them $9 million, $375,000 given to them by the Ford Foundation so far this year. I look at that and I think about what I could do with that kind of money to help America, and it makes me sick to my stomach. And George Soros gave $1.5 million in 2016 to 2017, and he gave another $1.2 million to a nonprofit sister of that same organization. Hey, Jamie. Yep, keep praying. So all of that money, the Democrats just have all that money just like, woo, here you go, Republicans need an influx of that money. They're not getting in that type of money. And these people just go out, pay whatever, to get those people out. This is one of those defining moments in the history of our country. It sure is, Chicago Pops. It really is. It really is. I mean, if you listen to the Republicans this morning, Grassley and McConnell and all that, this is a lot more than just about Supreme Court justice. This is about the Constitution and the rule of law. And are we going to be a lawless society, or are we going to continue to follow the law? There are a lot of people now who just really disobey the law. The center that I was just talking about and other people, they basically are out there advocating for civil disobedience. Pray for the country and the POTUS, absolutely, Marie. And I don't know, what should happen to them when they're calling for civil disobedience. They should have their nonprofit status taken away from them. Facts over feelings, yep. Tom, that's something a lot of people have forgotten. If by chance one Republican fails us, doesn't the vice president have a vote on this? Yes, Robin. So we will see crazy behavior between now and tomorrow. Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Let's just say crazier. Dems are only concerned about abortion and selling baby parts, art, and making tons of money. Reminds me of the movie Back to the Future when Griff was the president. Daniel said, "I know I'm nuts, but I'm sane comparatively." That's right, Lori. Seriously, if you have any doubts about your sanity, turn on the TV, watch these people in their protests, watch them ripping signs out of people's hands, yelling in people's faces. You'll feel a lot better about yourself. You really, really will. Went to see the Trump Prophecy movie last night, put on by Liberty University. It was eye-opening. Tell us some things about it. If I did what some of these protesters are doing, I wouldn't have a job, and you'd be in jail, Kim. You would be in jail. I am not a troll, Raffle said. I didn't think you were. Reading the papers this morning, I've never read such garbage and hate as I did today. How about the Fourth Amendment? How about it? How about it, horny here? I'll stay away from this insanity. I'll just wait until tomorrow for the actual vote. Yep. Oh, someone said you were a troll. That's because you don't have a profile picture. You may want to put one on there. If even if Roe versus Wade were to be overturned, it would go to the state. Listen, Chesney, look, somebody was asking about Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade has been the law since 1973. It basically gave a way for the states to say, here's your right to an abortion up until the third trimester. That's what it originally started out, and then the states' rights, got to balance the interest of a woman having an abortion. So that's when the state said, yeah, you can have an abortion, but up until the third trimester. So, hi, Highway Ed. So if anybody's rights have been taken away, I am in California moving Doug. I will have to listen today. Good to see and hear you. Hey, Shine. Who's Doug? That's my husband. You moving my husband? Hey, Monica. So basically what happened to that, all of that, if anybody should be worried about their rights being taken away from them, it should be the state. Aw. Shine, I hope you find help, sweetheart. We'll see you later. I have no patience with trolls. I don't either. What about his disregard for the Constitution? The right wants him so bad and the left are dumb. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? His disregard of the Fourth Amendment? What are you talking about? Hey, Lee, how are you? Have you seen Doug this morning? Yes. Lori, I was actually sleeping with him this morning. Roommate that thinks you are pretty. Oh, got you. Okay, cool. Well, where are you going to move him? Hopefully to a red state. What? He is a constitutional. I know, Barbara. I tell you, I found this thing about Obama, what he had written about himself in his book. Some Democrats are coming out and saying, "Oh, good, the Ozarks." Well, that's better, So they basically came out and said, "Well, he's an alcoholic. He can't be a Supreme Court justice." I'm like, alcoholic? If people didn't drink a lot in high school and college, they wouldn't have those, spring breaks where everybody goes crazy. And I was not one of those people, I have to say. He's definitely a constitutionalist, but you seem to be a little horny, so we're going to let you go. So basically, anybody who says, hugs to Gracie, thank you, pray and watch, yep. Anybody who says that based upon what somebody does in high school and college should go with you for the rest of your life. I was seeing where Obama was talking about how much he used to drink and, do all these things in high school and college and, hey, Noelle. And so I put that picture on my Instagram and on Facebook about how much, what he did was describing what a lot of people do in high school and college. So I guess if you're not good enough to be a Supreme Court justice, what that means is that you're good enough, hey Molly, to be a president of the United States. It's maddening what they're doing to this man. It is worse than maddening. And to sit there again and not be incensed by the fact that this could easily happen to anybody else. They look at it as, it's just happening to him, so it won't affect me. Wait until you are falsely accused. Wait until somebody are falsely accused. And then you come back and tell me how it makes you feel and if you're okay with it. It's not okay. It's not okay for anyone. Do I think that Judge Kavanaugh is the best Supreme Court justice we've ever put on the Supreme Court or up for nomination? No, I don't. No, I don't. But I also believe in the rule of law. We're at a turning point. Quincy, Teresa said. So basically, I don't want to see injustice against anyone. About 2 hours from me. Oh, okay, Teresa. So, would I have wanted Amy Coney Barrett? Probably, because she's extremely conservative. But they will tear her down if and when it becomes her turn to be put up for a nominee. I have a righteous anger today. I won't stop praying. Exactly. and we should continue to have that righteous anger. People are also saying to me, well, we should pray for the accuser. Yes, we should, and we should pray that if need be, that if she gets help when it comes her turn. That's right, Monica. Yeah, Amy was my first choice, and they were. But I'll tell you what, when Kagan and Sotomayor and Bader Ginsburg and all that were up for nomination, I didn't sit there and try to think, whoa, well, let's see, what can I do? What horrible things can I spread around to try to get them disqualified? What rumor can I start? What lie can I perpetrate? I mean, come on. I know people were saying, pray for them. And I say, yes, I'll pray for her. But I also want justice served. If she deliberately lied, knowingly lied, and, gave false testimony, et cetera, I do want her to be prosecuted. I do want the organization or the board that she's a part of to be notified. Is that going to happen? No. It's hard for an honest person to wrap their brain around dishonest people. Yeah, it is. It is, Heather. But, it happens, and we know it happens. Republicans need to find someone to run against Murkowski in 2022. Yes, we do, White Black. We absolutely do. And here's what else I say. Let's get rid of Collins at the same time. I don't care if Collins is going to go vote for or against us. She should have been for us the whole time. So I don't want to hear whatever she has to say at 3 o'clock to kind of make it okay that she did that or change her mind or whatever. She needs to go. As a victim myself, I feel that she should be held accountable for her accusations. Absolutely. Absolutely, Regina. You can't just go making up stuff about people. I don't have any evidence to prove she did, but it certainly is looking more and more like she did. She lied about front doors, planes, lie detector, and just about everything else. Collins was being paid by the Democrats. Yeah, Collins is worried because Collins has a whole constituency out there that are a lot of Democrats, young Democrats. She's afraid of losing that. What about the report the FBI says Monica McLean tried to have her change her testimony? Yeah, and they're saying that, no, we were just telling her that the Republicans are going to use that statement. So if you need to clarify anything, please go ahead and do. Make that clarification. In other words, they were putting pressure on Leland to say, look, you're one of us. And I guarantee you, Leland is no longer one of the friends today. Did you notice one thing that I noticed that, and some people have brought it up, but when I went back and looked at the lenses on her glasses during the hearing, they were smudged so bad. Hey, Debbie, that I don't know how anyone could have seen out of those lenses. And I know some people have said, well, it's all a part of the self-hypnosis she did. They were filthy, Art. They were. You couldn't see out of those if you tried to. Right, they were dirty. Yeah, and they were worse than dirty. I mean, it's like they'd never been clean. So I don't even know what to think about that. That was just bizarre. Robin said she noticed that right away. They were really smudgy. They were. You can't see out of those. Like, I have a tiny smudge on mine right now. It's driving me crazy. Hey, Debbie. The Ford effect is dangerous. Correct spelling. Yeah. If you're not thinking of changing your vote, then why would you hold a press conference? Well, let's see, who's that? Is that Chicago Pops? Chicago Pops, it could be to say, yeah, the hair in her face, like, this the whole thing. It could be for Collins to say, look, this was a very hard decision for me, but what it boiled down to is the fact that the FBI did their 7th investigation. They found no corroborating evidence, and I can't go against somebody when there's absolutely zero evidence. Like, maybe while I believe Dr. Ford was sexually assaulted, it was her inability to produce fake tears for the fake crying, somebody said. So it could be that, so that she doesn't lose face in front of her millennial voters, perhaps. That's what she's hoping, anyway. Diamond and Silk have a movie coming out on October 15 called Democrats. Evidence to the contrary, Heather said. Fact, let's hope that's the case. Billy Cunningham, the great American, ripped Ford's testimony to shreds today. She was 15. What was she doing there? Yeah, Danielle. I mean, a lot. I think a lot of people did a lot of stupid stuff. But when you say why was she, what was she doing there? There was no there, Danielle. There's never been proven to this day that there was ever a party. So if you don't have a party where you say you were, there can't have been any wrongdoing done at a party that doesn't exist. I mean, and again, we have been in this crazy stuff. I would bet lots of money they weren't even prescription. We've been in this crazy atmosphere with them, where we have been trying to go out and disprove something that never existed. See, that's the hard thing. The FBI. What about it, Mike? First of all, you would remember why you went. You would remember something. I mean, again, yeah, it was a filter on her glasses, Robin said. St. Mark, St. Paul, St. James, St. Andrew, St. Teresa, St. John. Okay. Okay, P. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious that she's shaking her head. Why are we doing this? Yeah, well, I think the American public at large were shaking their heads going, why are we doing this? And for all those people like Heidi Heitkamp who said, oh, I'm going to vote no. I don't know, Heidi. I hope you got something else to do, because I think you may just get bounced out of office. Okay. Waste of taxpayer money. It was. And look how much taxpayer money we've been wasting so far. We just continue to do that. Lawyers dressed her like that to make her look like a pathetic, innocent victim. Probably Noel. I mean, they did everything else for her, it seems, except tell her what was coming from the other side, which they're obligated to do. Some people have said, maybe they need to be reported to the bar. Typically, it's the client that reports them to the bar. I don't know if anybody will. He said she's losing so bad she knows she's not going to win. She doesn't care. Well, could be. Hey, JVA. Then her new hairstyle that she did a few days ago bumped her so glasses became a headband. Ford justifies this as her patriotic duty to preserve abortion. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if that was true, because the left, hey Jerry, the left is so far left that even doing stuff illegal to them these days is absolutely okay. They feel that it's justified. And, I mean, when somebody is that irrational, you cannot rationalize what they're doing, and you can't really sometimes help them rationalize. P. Galosh. Is P. Galosh a troll? Antifa in suits, yeah. They're just the, it's like when President Trump said the media is the extension of the Democrat Party. The Democrats in the Senate are just an extension of the Antifa. Feel like she was paid to come up with that mess? Probably, Michelle. Hello, Bob. Why she didn't know how the attorneys were being paid, she had to look up to the dais and then attorney. Timmy, I think there's something missing there. It's all about the murder of babies, and it's all about the money, Barbara. If the media and the left care about women, they would not interview Clinton, who shut women up. Yeah. And they would interview Juanita Broderick and Kathleen Willing, too. But we don't want to do that, Irish. Our rule of law is a mess. Yep, it is, Heather. Murkowski has no skin in the game. She won a write-in campaign. She's a deep state plant by Dianne Feinstein. They didn't buy the fake crying. She wasn't mourning like the Kavanaughs. Yeah, and then unbelievable, you claim to be a Christian. Aw, sweetheart, see you later. I cast my vote for Judge Kavanaugh. Ford's Beach, Bud Monica, lawyer is David Loftman, ex-CIA connected to Strzok and Hillary emails. Poor Juanita, I think about her so often and how they wouldn't hear her. Exactly. I think she looked at Frankenstein and caught herself. Trump is a huge threat to these people, taking away the good old boys club, Milo said. Schumer is trying to protect his baby parts racket. Could be art. Breaking news, Flake undecided and could vote no. Aw, we'll see. We don't like trolls who spread false information. Yes, tomorrow is the day. I was disappointed but not surprised that Murphy Brown was a Democrat, Daniel said. This whole cabal is being uncovered. It really is. Jesus is the only advocate to the Father, Robin said. You ever think people maybe the people who voted no just think he is not good for the job. No, hair puller. Don't think so. Because in any time that they've had a liberal justice up for nomination, guess what? There have been no problems. They've always voted yes. So you can't, your argument doesn't square. Hey, Alexis, Hillary lost, get over it. Yep. Block people who don't agree. Yeah, hair pillar, I can do that. You know why? Because this is my scope. If you want to have a scope, go get your own scope. God, people, this is not a state-run organization here where there's freedom of speech. If you want to be here, be here. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Joe Manchin, Dim from West Virginia, just voted yes to go forward. Yep, lots of trolls today because it's instead of going out, famous person in Trump's right, Barbara. I put that out there. I said it was Will Chamberlain. Yeah, I got the freedom to block, and I'll tell you what, I won't come in your scope and say things and expect you not to block me. I mean, come on, you're not paying either. So if you don't like it, go away. Well, people are questioning. It is all about the potential interruption, stoppage of the power, and money stream. Yep. Who will be the McCain last-minute thumbs-down vote? Well, that was Schumer today. Tried to. Will he be confirmed? Yep. It's Friday. About Republicans grow up hair. Beautiful older woman and man. I don't know, Barbara. Who was it? Susan's opinion, those who enjoy listening. Tom, thank you. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if you don't enjoy listening to somebody, you don't have to, don't suffer. You just leave. Hey, One Brenda, how are you? I'm not trolling, I'm just open-minded to hear other people's. Well, good for you. I'm so glad. Thanks for telling us that, hair puller. Maybe you wouldn't pull your hair if that were really true. When do you think he will be confirmed? It will be Saturday, Monica, around 5 o'clock. Very well off, looking like some movie star. I don't know who that was, Barbara. I'd have to go back and look. Sound of Truth and Freedom. Susan and Patrick, thank you. Pubs will lose eventually. Yeah. Let's hope not. How quickly liberals forget Bill Clinton's sexual crimes. Cosmo, you can't forget what you don't acknowledge. You can't forget what you don't acknowledge. Instead of pulling your hair, you might want to comb it. Very true. Very true. This is so hypocritical. The Dems don't care what other Dems have done, just what conservatives have done in high school and college. That's all they got. Will this tip the Supreme Court balance it? It should be more of a balance. I mean, for number one, we don't know what he's going to do. He's kind of a moderate in some ways, Monica. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Some people suspect that he's a moderate. Susan, why are protesters allowed up in the senator's offices? Very dangerous. I have no idea. I mean, again, the senator's offices are open to the public, and we're part of the public. We should be able to go there and do that. But we shouldn't be able to go there and break the law. So if they're, trying to keep him from coming in his office or out of his office or attacking him personally, they should be arrested, as should anybody else who's doing that, protester or not. Go away, trolls, not in the mood today. Yep. Let's vote all Dems out. There you go, Lynn. They're confirming him on Saturday. Yes. If Judge Kavanaugh doesn't get confirmed, can POTUS make him Attorney General? That was one of the things I thought that would be great. Yes, he could appoint him for that, but then you would have the same problem because he has to be confirmed. So glad you're on. Thank you, Brynwood. Sorry, I put a T in there for you. Hey, Tom, the Republican senators finally woke up. Yep. Manchin wants to have a chance. He better break with Democrats and vote. Well, he did, Jay, this morning. So he voted yes today. Typically, people don't change their votes, but, we live in a crazy world. Hey, Elaine. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, these days they need to have an appointment and an ID. Well, so far, that's not the rule change. Praying for hearts to be turned to good. Yeah, we can only hope. I love listening to you. Thanks for scoping. You are so welcome, Paisley. We live in a very crazy world. Yes, we do. Lazy Ford is not a victim. She's an accuser. See, here's the thing with Blasey Ford. If she did commit perjury and lie, which I'm telling you right now, we will never know that answer to that question. It will never be prosecuted. Thank you so much for the super hearts, Elaine. Donnelly voted no. Poor Flake, he's too weak for it, I know. But if she did lie, I'm sorry, you destroyed almost, and the jury's still out on that, you almost destroyed a man's life and the life of his family. So there is no justification for anybody to do that. And I know, like yesterday, people were coming in here saying, well, why don't we just get somebody else? And the thing of it is, number one, no one, I don't care what job you're up for or anything else, you should have your life destroyed because somebody falsely accuses you of something without evidence. Nobody. So to say, well, just get somebody else. What are we going to do about the pieces over here that have been broken apart? Yeah, she may believe what she says. I don't know. And they may have found some weak person who kind of convinced her that that's what happened. Or maybe it happened. You know, that type of thing. I believe she lied and has caused the Kavanaugh's extreme pain. Could be, Robin. Could absolutely be. Without a court of law, whatever, we'll never know that question. I don't think anyone not running for re-election should be on any committees. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That'd be a good rule change. But again, you can't just lightly... Yeah, you know, North Dakota the constituents wanted Kavanaugh. I'd rather be convicted here on earth and repent than be judged by God. Absolutely, Daniel. And again, you can't just say, well, pick somebody else. Because you've got somebody over here that has worked his whole life, deserves to be there, has zero evidence against him that he's being accused of. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not justice. And I'll tell you, it's not justice and it's not fair to be going after men the way that women on the left are doing. It is absolutely... Alyssa Milano was out yesterday saying, well, if, men have to be treated unequally until we get equality, then so be it. Yeah, plus they'll ruin yet another person. Exactly, Motor. It should not be taken away over information that's not provable. That's right. It absolutely should not be. Yes, love Trump and Kavanaugh. No, it's not fair at all. It's not. And somehow, the Republicans... yes, they're awake right now. Those senators right there have gotten a taste of, of truth and justice in their faces. Will they continue with it? I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to go back to sleep? Are they going to let this happen again? When did men start being so hated? Media and anti-men. It started a long time ago. The early feminists started it, and it kind of died out. And I'll tell you, Melissa Milano was a has-been. I know, Bob, I said yesterday, I wish somebody would just give her a job so that she would have something to do, go back and do something else, because she has nothing to do. Yeah, the husbands, let me just tell you of these women, if you are ever divorced from these women, you will lose everything. I will tell you, you'll lose everything. But it's coming to the point where, and this is, an oddity for some men, that women are going to have to stand up for men. It is going to have to be hashtag him too. How about those protesters? I know, Lynn. Every last thing. Yep. Remember the horrible things they said about Santorum? Yes. Yes. Oh my God, what man would be safe under Democrat rule? Nobody. And you're going to see, as before this all started, as I told you what was coming, you're going to have all of the Democrats putting women in the forefront. I think we do need to stand up for men. Yes, we do. All of the women are going to be put in the forefront. Would you think Elizabeth Warren is going to run? I think so. And it could be a dual ticket with her and another female. I reported Kathy Griffin. Yeah, Kathy Griffin. Whoo. But, so you're going to see that happening. And for me, I'm in the UK. Hey, this is a t-shirt I earned, for helping not homeless veterans, but disabled veterans get homes. So I love my t-shirt. Only rich white dudes should be president. No, Bob, that's not true. This is going to cost the Democrats a fortune. Now protesters have to spend the night. Yeah, girl in the elevator with Flake was an illegal alien. Yep. Feminists want equal rights. I think we should give it to them. Noel said. Women are going to have to, women on the right, we're going to have to take the forefront, but for other reasons. Like the women on the left are taking the forefront, pushing men down and minimizing men. We're going to have to stand on the right to bring men back up. And I'm not saying, listen, can I just be honest with you? For me, men and women are equal. There is no superior gender. But I am not going to sit by and look and see anybody. You want a shirt that says, I like beer? Men are being targeted. They are being targeted, and it's not fair. I am not for injustice against anyone. So I'm going to stand for men. Right now it's so unbalanced. It is. And women may have to start standing up and coming forward on the right and saying, enough is enough. Feminists have destroyed women. Feminism is not biblical. Only a person who will put their country first should be president. Exactly. Lynn says she likes beer. That means that equals she's an alcoholic if you listen to a Democrat. I stand for what is right, not wrong. That's right, Bryn. We're past the halfway mark. If you could retweet this, I'd appreciate it. Yeah. Do you think Kavanaugh did it? No. No. There's no reason at all. Zero to think that Kavanaugh did anything. And let me just set the record straight for those people who keep saying Kavanaugh is a rapist. Even Ford, whether she lied or not, said it was an attempted rape or an attempted sexual assault. Hey, Lewis, that means no one was raped. Okay? No one. It's hard to watch a Trump rally without tears. Yeah, she never said she was ever raped. No. And these people have taken it one step further. So they've gone from a farce, which is not reality, to something that's even more unrealistic and doesn't even have any connection to reality. Yep, he was never accused of rape. Attempted criminal activity is not a crime. That's right, Bob. She was a setup, Jerry said. He is not a rapist. That is right. That word is being thrown around. It is. And it's it's ridiculous. He only tried to rape her. That's fine. Okay, no, that's not the truth, and there's no evidence to support that, so you gotta go. Liars leave. Red Tsunami, I hope so. I'm pretty sure anyone who sells I like beer, yeah, gets $1 billion bucks. If it's true, the lawyers in Senate ruined it. They are looking at prosecution of gang rape accuser. Good. She said she's afraid of flying. That's a lie. Absolutely, Big Ninos. I love it when they show the lines waiting to get in the Trump rally. I know. Do you know how many men sided with Kavanaugh after he said he liked beer, ran to his side? No. I'm scared to be a Republican, and it sucks. Well, you shouldn't be. I want to go to a Trump rally. Bob, you should go. You should go. She lied about everything. So far, Lewis, I really haven't seen one thing that she said that has been supported by evidence at all. And like I said yesterday, there are some women who are raped, and men also who are raped, and they may not have anybody to corroborate their what happened. Here's the difference. If that were to happen to them and they were go and tell somebody immediately or go to the police and go and file a police report, that's different. What about the ex-boyfriend's letter? Yeah, I know. I mean, if it's a he said, she said. Yep, Walkaway just got a big surge. So, people want you to think on the left that, oh, well, this is going to hurt all the other victims. If they don't have evidence, then they won't be able to prosecute. No, that's not true. Because the evidence will be what comes after. Go get a rape case, a rape test done. Get all of that evidence collected. Tell somebody, go to the doctor, report it to the police. There are things that you can do. And you should do if you are ever a victim of rape kit. Thank you. A victim of a sexual assault. And I tell you what, I would be right there standing with you. I don't care if you have any other evidence. I would be right there with you because you do have supporting evidence with the rape kit. Hello, Susan. Hi, everyone. Just finished recording, reviewing, and handwriting all of the ayes and nays on the votes. Taking a deep breath to come in and say hello. Monica, did you know Manchin voted yes? Monica, we did. And I mean Monique. And Monique, I would have saved you some trouble. All you had to know was all Democrats voted no except Manchin, and all Republicans voted yes except Murkowski. They have 51 votes. They do, Danielle. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Feinstein and Pelosi are crying in their vodka. I have been to Trump rally. It feels so patriotic. Stood in line for hours and totally worth it. That's great, Mel. I'd love that. God bless well-behaved women. Bless them. Well, and God bless well-behaved people. This will negatively impact traditional dating and courtship. Tom, I am so glad that I am married and not having to worry about any of this. I'm so sick of them telling me I support sexual assault if I support Judge Kavanaugh. I know, Heather, and they want to do that because they want to shut you up, shut you down, and have you live in their world of irrational beliefs. You know, where the rule of law, where evidence, where innocent until proven guilty no longer matters. I feel sorry for people who are trying to date. I feel sorry for young people, period. That they have to grow up in this type of world, and this is what they get. I'd rather live on my feet than die on my knees. Heather said, what time is the cut off? Tomorrow at 5 o'clock is when we're going to know. I don't know if at 5 they take the vote or it's the end of it. I'm not sure. So you'll know tomorrow. You won't miss it. More like I support the innocent accused. Yeah. I have a lot of people who would be truthful in my high school days. I would be locked up, Lynn said. Yeah, I mean, you have to support people who tell the truth, and you have to support people who basically can support that by evidence. I predict something really bad from the paid protesters. Of course, always. Oh my God, married 27 years, thank God I'd be lost in the sea of feminism. Oh, the Stabrick sham of assault will only denigrate true women assault testimonies. That's right, Jerry. Hey, Grammy, we gotta get Danes to his daughter's wedding. It's Danes. Yeah, Donald Trump Jr. said that there's no problems, that he talked to Steve Daines, and he said he's got it worked out. There was a question of whether he was going to be able to vote tomorrow and be at his daughter's wedding, and that he was going to go to the wedding. My thoughts were, if that was the case, and I hate to sound harsh or cold, but if it was between his daughter's wedding and casting a vote, he needed to cast a vote. You know, if you're a public servant, your life is not your own. Sorry, but that it isn't. And so if you have to go out and cast a vote rather than walk your daughter down the aisle, I'm sorry, that would be what it would have to be. Now, that's not going to happen because he said he's got it worked out. Hey, Rhonda. But that's what you would have to do. There are plenty military men and women who have missed births of their children and weddings and everything else because they serve the public. They serve America. So if you take on that job, then you're going to have to know that, sorry, you give up that part about your life where your family doesn't really come first anymore. America is what comes first. You took an oath of office, and you have to do what you have to do. Monique said, I feel very sorry for this generation. Anyone's under 30, my heart goes out to them because I know they're going to be in for a very difficult future ahead of them, and so are we. Yes. My children know everything. They watched part of the hearings, and they want Kavanaugh confirmed. They have their own opinions. I never said a word to them. Proud of them. Smart cookies. Yes, Robin. He can fly in and out quickly. Yes. And if he has to come in and out on Air Force One, or if Donald Trump Jr. needs to take him in his private jet, whatever. It'll be done. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing, Barbara. He's going to vote, and then it's going to be like an afternoon wedding, probably. Hey, Veritas. My daughter's learning what not to do, making my job easier. Good. Gosh, I'm glad I grew up when I did. Monica, me too. Me too. Our representatives get paid well enough to make sacrifices. That's right, Tom. And you're putting, God and country comes first. Half of the millennials are pro-socialism. I read that yesterday. Yep. My dad left us for 3 years in the Korean War, Mel said. Yep. That happens. And, so you can't sit there and say, well, I'm a senator and I got to go over here to this family function while you in the military, you men and women, put your lives on the line in foreign countries. But I got to go do this. I don't think so. Yeah, she's not afraid of flying or lying. Good morning, Clay. How are you? So, you got to do what you got to do. And if you sign up for public service, I mean, you don't hear Sarah Sanders saying, "Oh, I can't go, Mr. President." And she has young children, right? And that's always, isn't that always the argument why you can't have a woman as a president? You hear the left talking about that. Can't have a woman as a president if she has children because you'll put her children first. And you know what? Men who are presidents, I wouldn't expect Donald Trump, if it's something like this and he said, well, I got to go do something with Barron. Sorry. You're the president of the United States. We come first before your family. And that's just the way it is. And like I said, you don't hear Sarah Sanders complaining because she can't go somewhere because she has young children. She shouldn't have taken the job. Oath of office is taken seriously by those who care about this nation and its future. Absolutely. And women multitask, Lynn. I have to say this is a refreshing scope. Thanks, Susan, and all. You are so welcome, Motor. Pretty sure his daughters recognizes how big this is. Oh, I'm sure. I'm all aflutter for Martha McCallum. Well, Cosmic, I can't help you there. Yeah, I'm sure that they do understand. And listen, I wouldn't want my father not to be there if he wanted to walk me down. I wanted him to walk me down the aisle. But if that happened, I'd understand. That's my dad. He's a congressman. He has to do what he has to do. And thanks to the Democrats, right? I mean, this wouldn't have happened had they let things go the way it should have gone. This was like the longest confirmation hearing. It was 80-some days. I don't even know. I lost count. Never happened before. Seven FBI interviews. That's never happened before. He was given over 1,000 questions to answer. 88 days. Oh my God, Kim. Fortunately, some of our representatives' kids are liberals. That's true, Tom. You have to wonder, how did that happen? But I mean, my God, this whole thing, over 1,000 questions after he had initially been questioned for how many hours in that first hearing that he had? I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't think anybody else has been given that many questions. They were probably hoping, let's just stall this. This will take him forever to answer 1,000 questions. Well, when you have a brain, you get things done. And the thing about him, Kavanaugh, do you do private? No, I don't do private. Not with my husband, I do, but no one else. With Kavanaugh, I think that this is going to be like the test case for everyone. Where you look at this and you go, what a travesty of justice, of what happened here. We can never let this happen again. We can never let a person who's nominated be treated this way. He turned over more pages of documents than all nominees combined. Yep. First they praised the FBI, now they're condemning. Well, good you didn't lie, Susan, with your husband. I know, Kim. But I think that, I mean, anybody looking back on this in history is going to have to see how this process didn't work, how this process almost, and again, jury's still out, almost ruined a man's life. We have to make an example for it to send a clear message. Yep. And it's got to be a clear message to us that it's past time for us to sit silently. I'm telling you, if we don't become proactive, we're going to lose everything. Vote the damn morons out along with the rhinos, Robin said. Absolutely. Could the Supreme Court do something about this process after this? No, because it's a Congress's process. November 6th will be like a baptism of red wave washing away the Democratic evil. I hope so. I pray so. Yes, vote. And if you are one of these people who goes, well, I can't vote Republican for that person because they're Mormon, and I can't vote for a Mormon. I don't want to hear that. Please don't. If that's the way you feel, don't tell me that, because I'm going to go off. Unless that person goes totally against biblical principles, then I expect everybody to go out and vote Republican. If you want to save the Republic, you got to go out and vote straight Republican. Women must stand up against radical feminism. Absolutely. Even Canada will have more voters after watching America. Yes. Monica says, exactly. Not Ford's Counseling Biz, but another group. You better vote red or we are dead. And that's right, Elaine. That's right. I'm voting straight Republican, Robin said. I have never voted for a Democrat. I will never vote for a Democrat. I will vote straight Republican. And if it's somebody in there who is, like, I haven't seen one yet, okay? There's always a possibility. But I haven't seen somebody who is totally against biblical principles that I wouldn't vote for. Yep. Why is so little obvious voter fraud not investigated? Well, Charlie, because we are complacent. We are reactive. That's why we need to be proactive. You know, that's why when in 2016 at my voting booth, which was totally changed from where I had been going to for the past 6 years, was put into a garage in a house with a little Hillary bumper sticker on a car sitting in the driveway. When I got in there, that I was given ballots that were inappropriate ballots. They didn't even have, and I don't even know who made these ballots. A ballot that didn't even have the president's name on it. And when I went back and complained and said, there's no presidential ballot on here, what do I get is I get a Democrat ballot. I'm like, whoa, hold up. How many people do you think would have really gone in there and questioned any of that? I ended up calling my registrar of voters and told them everything that happened, told them what precinct, exactly where it was, and told them they better get that car out of the driveway and move it away from the voting booth. And they did. And now I have contacted my registrar of voters, and I've got back to my regular voting place after talking to them for weeks saying, you should never have moved me, I should be back there, and I should never be moved again. I'm telling you, if you don't become proactive, you will get nothing. And you will be fooled, and we will be taken down. And I'm not, this is so much bigger than politics. So much bigger than politics. This is about survival. Survival of the republic. And let's face it, look at the protesters out there. If this becomes mob rule for the country, are we going to survive that? Okay. Well, Benny, have a nice day, sweetheart. I have my flag shirt in today, too. Called my senators yesterday. Good. How much money will Ford make with GoFundMe and tell-all books? Gary, she's already made over $1 million. I'm going to be anxious to see what Kavanaugh does with that $500,000 in the GoFundMe that they raised for him. I really hope that he gives that to a charity, but I'm not sure what he could do with that because, you know, he has to be very careful about looking impartial. I'm always talking to people that are liberal. What about your children's future? Yes. Well, we will survive. The leftists won't. Texas History Lover said. Blair, right? Gosh, there's 2 Texas guys. Ugh. I wish people would just put their real names. That's the way rude liberals talk. Very vile. Yep. Money. I just hope that that maybe he tells people, you know, thank you for the GoFundMe, and I'm not taking it. He should donate it to the U.S. debt. Yeah, Cools. It would be great for him to donate maybe to a children's charity. That would be the safest, most impartial. Love that my president donates his wages to charity. Yep. And this time to small business. That's really good. Putting his money where his mouth is. As he always does. November 6th is my birthday, and I want a red wave for it. There you go, Tom. Texas vote Cruz. Yes, any good charity. Screw them at this point. They're not impartial. Listen to Ginsburg rants. No, I know they're not impartial. And again, we can't become as immoral, unethical, and lawless as the left. We can fight this thing by using ethics, morals, law, and God. Hey, Jules. 6 is my wife's birthday. Cool. Shoot, I'm super late. You are super late, Jules. Goodness. You might want to listen to the replay. So I came in late, but what did you say we must do? Well, cool. What I'm just saying is that for Republicans, 1, you got to vote straight Republican and get your Democrat friends to do the same. 2, stop being reactive and become proactive. Does California have any chance of flipping any seats? You know, we have a slight chance at this point of getting a Republican governor. But there's so much money coming in, I don't know. The money should go to men falsely accused after lives are ruined. There you go. Well, but Brandy, he'd have to give it to himself, you know, partially to himself, because he will never recover fully from all of this. Robin said she can't wait to vote next month in 2020. Yep, absolutely. If he is confirmed, I think we might have a shortage of red Solo cups in America. Oh man, I'm telling you. Saturday, everybody should go out, buy red Solo cups, and if he's confirmed, just flood Twitter with them. California might lose some seats after the census. He could donate to show he moved past it to men victimized. Yeah, you know, if he gives that to men, please get rid of Waters. Oh, you know what, Monica, I know Omar Navarro put up a good show, but he was so far away, so far behind Maxine Waters. If God makes a miracle happen, we'll get rid of Waters. If there's no miracle, she's not going anywhere. People in her district are just absolutely fooled. You're predicting that California goes red. Well, that would be a miracle, Heather. So I'm hoping for that, but I don't see that. Catch you on Monday. Have a good weekend. You too, Mary. Thank you. Or Ann, thanks for coming in. Yeah, we pray for Omar. But Omar was very, 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 very far behind. I believe in miracles too, Monica, because I believe that President Trump is here today because of that. I did my Solo Cup challenge. Cully said. Bren said, I like Omar. I don't really know Omar that well. We're voting straight Republican as well, Monique said. I can't believe those people are still supporting Maxine. Cool, they always will. They always will. I'll tell you what. She has people in her district, unfortunately. A lot of people in there, they're African American, they're illegals, and you know, different people, but majority of them are what I said. And they continue to believe. Love you, Susan. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Glay. You too. They continue to believe that someday she's going to follow through and give them what you know, she's promised them all these years. Thanks, Marlene. You have a great weekend. So I don't see that happening. I really don't, unfortunately. Maxine loses. Who else would give us gems like impeach 45? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Veritas, she's an obnoxious woman. They're saying, God bless you too, Daniel. They're thinking about, like, if she wins, like President Trump has said, she's going to be on that financial committee. I know that was Gracie. Omar is smarter than Cortez, who thinks she will be inaugurated and pass bills. Scoping tomorrow after the. I may. How old is she anyway? In her 80s, I think. Reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. Yeah, I know. Hi, Gracie. Gracie, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? We'll see if Growly Gracie can say hi. Come on. Come here. You want to say hi? She's going to growl. No, don't growl. Come here. Come on. Love the Gracie, hate the Growlies. Come on. Come on. Come up here. Come on. Say hi to everybody. Come say hi. People want to say hi. Okay, baby. Sorry. Oh, you're such a big baby. I know. Stop the growlies. Stop the growlies. Your daughter's name is Gracie? Aw. You have Gracie. I know. Talking about Maxine Waters, we gave her nightmares. I know, baby. I know. She's a spoiled girl. She's got little growlies left over from being abused, but she's getting there. She's growling at you. Yeah. She just does that. I think it comes from being physically abused. You're not sure, you know, when you're going to get hit again and stuff like that. She's gotten a lot better. She's come a long way. Thank you. But she still growls. And I don't think people on YouTube can see too well. There you go, baby. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's very sad, Monica. She was really severely abused. I don't know if you remember, but at the time, she had chewed her tail off so much there's scars all over her tail. Yes. And she would bloody her tail every chance she got, any chance that she got. She would chase it and bite it and just, I mean, it was bad, really bad. I had to make a belly band for her and a tail bag and everything. Yeah. I rescued 3 dogs, but have 5. That's good. You're wonderful to take her in. Aw, thank you. Yeah, we have 2 other rescue dogs. One had been abused as well, and the other one hadn't. And then Gracie was really severely abused. She's been the most abused, right, baby? Okay, I gotta set you down. Okay, you're gonna hear a lot of growls right now. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. See, she does that all the time. There's something inherently wrong with those who abuse animals. Monica, typically those are the same people that abuse children. They really are. Always get reject pets. Jerry said. Yeah, she's much better though. She really is, and it's good to see. Used to be where she was so anxious all the time we couldn't even walk out of the house until she attacked herself. And now we take her to the beach. She rides in the car. She goes up and down the street. No problems now. But it was pretty darn severe. My rescue now abuses me. Only dog ever had will not come when called. Oh, that's a good one, Barbara. That's so great. Yeah, she's getting there, but she growls every time you pick her up and every time you put her down on the ground. I just think she's afraid. Then they get seats on the Judiciary Committee. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Susan. Do you think you'll be on later this evening? I might, Monique. I might. Everybody, thanks for another great scope. Everyone, have a great weekend. See you Monday. Thank you so much, Chicago Pops. Just keep your notifications. Keep yourself near the when the notifications come on. I might come on tonight. I might come on tomorrow. Who knows? So if you're following me, you'll get the notifications. And just keep checking. So anyway, all right, everybody, keep praying, keep praying, keep praying. It's not over until it's over. Well, thank you, Bo or Bear. I would hate to see you, and luckily I don't have to. So anyway, thank you so much, and God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Wear red. Keep praying, everybody. Take care. God bless.